Hi guys, and welcome back. Today is going to be a almost full face of Joah makeup. I went on a little bit of a shopping spree. There will be a video coming sometime soon explaining why this month has been so stressful for me, but this video here is not about that. This video is about some of the new makeup I have bought, and this is Joah. I've got a foundation here. It's the Crystal Glow. I have the eye serum concealer, a brow product to try, an eyeshadow palette, an itty bitty lipstick to try, and a new powder that I'm going to be trying out today. Now, the only thing I don't really have is a blush, bronzer, and excuse me, I'm losing my voice. A blush, bronzer, and a highlighter, but I will be pulling those in from just a different brand. So without further ado, let's get you zoomed in and try out some Joah products. Okay, so the first things first is going to be this Joah Crystal Glow Primedation, and this is what the packaging looks like, and I have it in the shade FN030, and I actually have already tried this. I got in a little sample from Joah when I ordered some of my impressed nails, and I tried it and absolutely love this foundation. I don't really need a primer with it. So like today, I have no primer on my face, which is rare. If you have been watching me for a while, you know I always use a primer. But with this one, I actually don't need to use a primer, but I just go in with about one pump, maybe a pump and a half. You don't need too much. Oh, by the way, this is the bottle. You don't need very much of it, and I just dab it onto my face. And this is actually a pretty good shade match for me, I will say. It does look light, but it does kind of, I don't want to say oxidize, but I guess that is what it is doing, is oxidizing to be the perfect shade for me. And this would be my summer shade because I'm pale as a ghost no matter what time of year it is. But I did also pick up the shade FC010, and if you are curious, I will show you the comparison swatches between the two if it helps you buy this foundation. Currently, this foundation is on sale on Joah's site under Last Chance. I'm really hoping they're not discontinuing it. I went ahead and placed another order for some more on the off chance that they are discontinuing it, because I like it that much. But, you know, it's par for the course if you find a foundation and then they discontinue it, right? That's why the makeup community exists. So this is just one, my nostrils are being weird today. This is just one pass with it, and I really like the way it sits on my skin. If you see, it does not sink into any of my pores on my nose or on my cheeks, and I really like that. Normally I would have to go in with my DHC Velvet Skin Coat to keep foundations from sinking into my pores. I have to use this with literally every other foundation except for this one. This Primedation one really, really works. And real quick, let me give you a comparison. This is the shade SC010, and this is the shade 030. And you can tell this one's just a hair bit lighter. Like, I'm looking at it from the back end, and they almost look exactly the same. And this one here, I've not used, so here is the difference between the two. This one, of course, is the deeper one, and this one is the lighter one. Okay, so the next product that I got is the Joah Eye Serum Concealer, and I'm gathering this is a newer product on the website. This was not being discontinued, thankfully. I also love this one, and it doesn't take much. As you heard, I just clicked this once, and I do 3 dots. I do one in the corner, one below it, and one to the side. Okay, the one in the corner didn't come out. I'm going to do another little one there. And then I click it once more, and then I do one in the corner, one in the center, and one at the side. And that is all I need. And then I have been going in with my finger If you guys haven't guessed, some of these are first impressions, some of these aren't, because I've been using them for a while. But then I go in with my finger and I just tap it away. And this, you guys, surprisingly, does not look cakey on my under eyes. I've been using the Shiseido Concealer for a while. As you guys know, I usually have one concealer in my collection at a time. And currently it was the Shiseido one, but again, this buying spree due to stress, I got this one when I was buying the Joah products, and I really like it. This is not as cakey. It really is like a serum consistency, and it sits so nicely on my skin. I love this. Now, a new product I've never tried before is the Joah Blurfection setting powder. So this powder here is a translucent setting powder, and it does have a little bit of a white cast, as you guys will see in the swatches. I have been using the foundation and the Serum Concealer with my flower nose that you guys know I absolutely adore and love, but I'm going to try out this one here. Joah is a little bit easier to get than my flower nose is, so if I like this, I might just end up being a convert. I really like blurring powders. I get under my eyes with this, and let me show you guys up close what this looks like. So this one here is with the powder, and this is without. So with and without. Does it blur? No, but I'm not seeing any blurring effects. It does seem to take down a little bit of the shine and kind of set the makeup, so I will give it a setting powder, not necessarily a blurring powder. Like I said, my favorite blurring powder is the flower nose one, so I have pretty high standards for a blurring powder. But I mean, it sets the makeup pretty good. I do feel like it's kind of making this foundation sit funny on my nose, which this is not my first time wearing the foundation, and it's, if you guys see, it almost looks like it's causing it to sink into the pores on my nose. We're gonna reserve judgment on this one, and I might try it with a different foundation, but with the Primedation, I don't think this is gonna be the setting powder for it. I think I'll just stick with the flower nose. So we are set down. I am going to real quickly throw on some blush, bronzer, and highlight, and I will be right back for us to continue on with this Joah try-on. Okay, so I did go ahead and add on my Flower Beauty bronzer and then the Jour Champagne and Macarons. I'm wearing this glowy blush right here in Delight Me and the highlighter in Citrine, and I do really like this face palette. But back to the Joah Beauty. Okay, you guys have to look, now that I've added on the highlighter, this under eye concealer just brightens and makes it look so healthy that when you add the highlighter, it's just, it draws attention to your eyes. I can't explain it other than to say it just draws attention to your eyes, and I really like the way this concealer just really brightens, but doesn't make it look greasy or shiny. But the foundation does have a radiant finish. It is, what did they call it? It is a radiant coverage and care all-in-one foundation. This is primer, foundation, and skincare all-in-one. So I don't know if I said that. Did I say that? I might have said that. I don't know. But I do like this, and it does give a more radiant finish as well. So these two mixed together with a little bit of highlighter just right here and a glowy blush just gives you this beautiful glow that is not glittery. It's just a lit from within look, if that makes sense. So moving on. Now, I have this brow product. Now I did go ahead and try this. It is in the shade Neutral Brown, and it is the Brow Down to Me from Joah. Now I did get the Neutral Brown, which actually is a little bit too dark for me. So the way I have been using this product, and what it is there is a pencil on one side with the triangle tip, and then there is a, on the other side down here, there's a little bit of a setting gel here. Using both of these together make my brows really pop, really stand out. Just it's not the look I usually go for. So the way I've been using this is just by putting the pencil on and then going back in with my Essence Make Me Brow over it to kind of tone down the color. So let me show you what I mean, because we all know my brows, while they are not perfect, they are darker and there is more to them. They are unruly today. Wow, okay. Must have slept face down last night. But you can see right there the difference between the coloring of them, which isn't bad. I don't mind that in a pencil as long as I can go back over it with the Essence Make Me Brow and make it a little bit more muted. Muted. I'm having problems this morning. A little bit more muted. Now, I do want to get a different shade of this. The reason I got the Neutral Brown is because I have found with brow pencils, if I get one that says taupe, it is usually too light for me. And if I get one that says brown, it is usually too like reddish toned for my brows. So this Essence Make Me Brow is one of the few that I have found that actually match my hair color pretty well. And I got the Neutral Brown thinking it wasn't going to be too cool, it wasn't going to be too warm, it would be just perfect. And the pencil, as you guys can see, does prove to be just like the perfect shade. It's just this part over here, the wand of it is like a, yeah. So that is the brows, and let me give you a swatch of the actual. So this is the pencil side, and then that's the brow side, that's the gel side. You can see the difference in color. That's why the pencil works for me, but the like gel part doesn't, I guess I would say, is it's a lot deeper. I will say the day I used both the gel and the pencil, my brows did not move and they felt like they were glued on my face. So if you like that, I highly recommend this. Just make sure you find your shade and know that the gel is going to be a lot darker than the pencil. So the last thing I have to do is my eyes and my lips, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my lips because I'm gonna use my lips. I'm going to go ahead and put on this lipstick here. It's a little mini sample size I got with my order, and it's the TMI Velvet Lip Color, and I do not know what shade this is. Do I? Hold on, I might. It is shade No Regrets. So this is, it was a little sample that I got. And it is the shade No Regrets. And it is a hybrid formula that combines both matte and powder velvet finishes. I, again, have worn this once and I actually really liked the color of it. Isn't that pretty? And this is the shade, again, No Regrets, and they describe it as a flattering deep rose, which I have to agree, it does look like a typical deep rose color, but I do like this formula. So the thing I got for I'm having a day. You guys, I am flying out at 4:22 tonight, and currently it is 10 o'clock in the morning, so there's that. But the eyeshadow palette that I got is going to be the Escapade palette in Nudist Colony. And this is a very cool tone neutral palette. It intrigued me for this shade here, and I don't know if it will catch the light, but this shade here just looks almost like a pinky gold. It just looks very intriguing, and I really wanted to try that shade. The other ones are your typical, the other ones in this line are your typical warm tones and your pinky tones, which we all know I don't like pinky tones. So let's go ahead and do a real quick eye tutorial with this one and see what we got. I'm of course going to go in with this shade all over my lid just to set down. I did take the foundation on my lid, and I'm not using an eye primer today. I'm probably going to be flying, honestly, with this makeup on, and I don't really care that it holds up that well. I don't need to look pretty on a plane. My husband's not going with me. My kids are not going with me. I don't really need it to look pretty. Okay, this one didn't have a lot of pigmentation. Didn't expect it to. I'm just kind of using it to set it down, so there's no problems with it in the like bunching up in the crease. So I'm going to go in with this color here, which is called Nakey? Nakey. This one here. And the one I just used is called Barely There. So let's go in with a little bit of Nakey in the crease and see what, ooh, that's pretty pigmented. See what we got for that. That's actually really, really pigmented. I did not expect it. Joah is a K-beauty brand. I normally when I buy K-beauty brands, the eyeshadows are a lot more ethereal and not a lot of pigment, but that showed up really well. That didn't need to be built up at all. So yeah, there's that. I like that color too. It's just the perfect neutral brown. There is no, it doesn't lean warm, it doesn't lean cool. It's just the perfect neutral color. And I did already put highlighter on my brow bone just because that's the way I do makeup. So if you guys are seeing a little bit of shimmer there, that is what you see. Okay, so let's go in with this color I am so intrigued about, and this color is called Sun Glow. I'm gonna go in on my finger because, well, I put shimmers on my finger normally. It definitely came off more of just like glitter particles. I don't know if you're seeing that. It's definitely more of like a topper shade than a actual shimmer shade. Okay, I don't mind topper shades. Again, with me flying today, I don't need my makeup to last. Topper shades usually don't last the longest on my eyes. For like longevity, I need a true shimmer shade. So this doesn't bother me for today. Normally, I would probably want to go in with a different shade and different shade first and then put this on top of it, which there are plenty to choose from, and I'm definitely getting glitter fallout on my face. Yay! So this is that shade up close. So you guys can see it's more glitter particles. It's more than, you know, it is definitely not a true shimmer, and it's the only light shade in here. So I might have to, I bet you it would be really pretty if I took like this brown here and then dabbed it on top of it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So definitely a topper shade, but that's okay. Now we do not have another matte in this powder. I should not be filming today. We do not have another matte in here. The two mattes are these two shades here, but this one here is more of a satiny, and I am gonna go ahead and tap that in the outer corner just to give it a little bit of dimension. And a lot of times these shades do end up blending really, really nicely, and like you can use them as a matte because it's more of a satin than like an actual shimmer shade. And I just need something in the outer corner. I'm not picky, just a little bit of depth. Kind of like that. Okay. And that is the look with this palette here. I will go ahead and insert some swatches of this palette here just so you can see the shades of it. Like I said, that topper shade it's definitely not the best. We'll say not the best. And hopefully it lasts a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna say it will last a little longer, but yeah, these are the swatches, and that again is the Joah Nudist Colony palette. This is the final look with my Joah makeup, and this here is the Clinique High Impact Mascara, and this is what I have on my eyelashes. So real quickly, the palette I'm not that impressed with, at least this shimmer here. The mattes performed beautifully and the satins performed beautifully, just the shimmer in and of itself was a little bit lackluster, if you will. And let's see here, the lip product, this little sample size, I'm buying me a full size of. This is freaking phenomenal. Love it. And if you guys were curious on transfer, there is a slight bit there. You can kind of see the shimmer part of it, but there's not a lot of transfer to it. So it will keep those straws clean so you don't have to wash them. The Joah Eye Serum Concealer, I love. I have been loving. Very thin, not cakey at all, just gorgeous. Light to medium coverage, but gives you enough coverage that it elevates your look. Plus the radiance that it brings to your face, like you guys under my eyes and into the highlighter, it makes me feel more youthful, or makes me feel like I look more youthful. I'm feeling more youthful, but really enjoying this one here. The foundation, I've already told you guys, I love this foundation. It is the only foundation I don't have to wear a primer with. It looks beautiful. My skin looks healthier the next morning. Love. I actually do like this brow product. I just need to get it in a different shade. I'm hoping I can find one that is light enough, but still neutral, that I can use, but I am loving this. The only dud for me is this powder, and this is the Blur-fection powder. I did not like the way it sat on my skin. I didn't like the way it made the foundation not look as good as it normally does, and it might just be the initial application of it, and I need to let my natural oils mix in with it so it wears a little bit better. I don't know, but I will get back to you guys on whether or not this powder, there's another way for me to use it and if I can actually make it work for me. But that is that all everything? That is everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Joah makeup try and haul. If you did, if you would like, comment and subscribe, it really does help me out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.